Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Tune in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Come join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Yeah.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Hey, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Miss Peachy. What's going on, y'all? What's good in your city? We good over here on my block. I'm very thankful. Did y'all like the new intro? That's just for Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay? Just for Tuesdays and Thursdays. Let's run it back one more again.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Tune in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Come join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Yeah.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you so much. Now, I do understand that everybody got to get used to me coming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, let alone in the afternoon time. Shout out to the afternoon. Hey. Yes, so of course the replay gonna always be out there so everybody can catch the replay. But until then, bye-bye. Let's kick it off and let's get it started. It's gonna be very short on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock. Each and every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. That's 12 p.m. Central Time and 10 o'clock a.m. Oh, I think I put p.m. on the thing, but it's a.m. Let me see. Yeah, I put p.m. I'm gonna make sure I take that down as soon as this show is over with. But let's go ahead and let's get started. An inmate, he was stabbed and killed in the courthouse. During court, which is kind of strange, because you would think that they would get checked when they come out of their cell and everything, but who knows? We don't know what they're doing out there in these streets. So here we go.
The judge talks about the stabbing death of an inmate, reportedly by the hands of another inmate, as they were waiting for hearings this morning at 201 Poplar. Good evening, everyone. I'm Darcy Thomas.
I'm Daryl Green. Fox 13 was in the courtroom waiting for another hearing when there was a commotion behind a closed door in the inmate holding area. The courtroom was immediately cleared, and we have live team coverage tonight. Fox 13's Kayla Solomon talked to a woman who says it was her son who was killed.
But we begin with Fox 13's Mandy Rock live outside of the courtroom. Mandy, you talked to a witness, but you also talked to the judge about what happened.
Yeah, that's right. And this all happened inside Criminal Court Division 1 this morning. Judge Paula Scan said she was preparing to begin court for the day when she started hearing screaming coming from the inmate lockup room.
This is by far the worst that I have ever seen in a courtroom setting for one inmate. And it certainly sounds like it was planned.
Only Fox 13's camera was rolling inside the courtroom when suddenly there was a scream on the other side of the door. Judge Paula Scan said an inmate stabbed another with a makeshift knife inside the holding area behind her courtroom.
We heard a lot of yelling and screaming. And shortly after that, Officer Barnes came out very quickly with an inmate who was holding his throat like this.
And he was like, please don't let me die. Now he was holding his neck. They say he gets that in the main artery.
Juricus Dalton was in the courthouse when it happened.
Oh, I was shocked. I was shocked because this is a courtroom. You know, they supposed to have everything, you know, legit. Everything supposed to be well secured.
The sheriff's office said the victim, identified by family as 25-year-old Dion Bird, was rushed to Regional 1 where he later died. Judge Scan said the suspect was dealing with mental health issues. She said this shows why inmates must be checked for weapons.
First of all, an inmate shouldn't have access, should not have a shank. And then how does it get from the jail up into the courtroom setting? I don't understand how that happened.
And Judge Scan told me because everyone was so shaken up over this, they reset cases that were supposed to be heard today for another date. I also repeatedly reached out to the sheriff's office for comment and specifically to speak to Sheriff Lloyd Bonner about this, but they told me they are not doing any interviews until they get more information. Darcy?
That is Fox 13's Mandy Rock reporting live downtown tonight. Thank you so much, Mandy.
I'm with you, Joan. It sounded like it was a setup to me. You know, how in the world, everything is explicit language and not so allegedly. But how in the world did he get from the jail all the way to the courthouse with this shape? Like, they check you even on TV. They check you. So they definitely should have been checking him. Hey, Carmen. Exactly. How did this happen? You know, it'd be different if he stole like the gun or something from one of the officers and shot and killed somebody. But he literally traveled with this. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make any sense at all to me. So let's go ahead and move right along. I told you I was going to be very short today. Let's get into our last topic. Pay for your badass kids. Pay for your kids, lady. Pay for your kids. What do I mean by pay for the kids? You might not be too happy with it, but here we go.
In North Georgia says control your kids or pay extra. It has a policy to tack on a big surcharge for what it calls poor parenting. They are watching. Channel 2's Brian Mims live at the restaurant in Fannin County. And Brian, customers have opinions about this.
No doubt about it. If there's a consensus among those we spoke with, it's that the policy is a bit extreme, but it won't stop folks from eating here during lunch and dinner. We're at dinner time now. The place is packed. There's even a pooch patio for the pets. The owner says he simply wants parents to protect the whole dining experience. Out here on a winding mountain road along the banks of the scenic Toccoa River, this restaurant can reel in a crowd. At lunchtime, a long line of cars is parked on the roadside. Now glance at the menu. Along with fresh local trout and steak, it has an adult surcharge for adults unable to parent, followed by $3 signs. Here's 2 cents from customer Ann Cox.
It depends on how bad their kids are.
Maybe, she says, such a surcharge will prompt parents to make their progeny act properly.
Parents need to teach kids etiquette They need to teach kids to behave, that there are other people in the world, and it's okay to have fun in the right place.
A customer recently posted this on Reddit. The owner came out and told me he was adding $50 to my bill because of my children's behavior. The owner, Tim Richter, asked not to be on television. He told me he started the surcharge during COVID, and he never threatened to use it until a couple of weeks ago. That's when a family with 9 kids showed up, and he says the children, in his words, were running all over the restaurant. He says he never charged the family $50, just gave them a warning. Federico Gamineri is himself a dad.
Well, this is the first time I've heard of that, and having a 20-month-old who maybe isn't the best behaved at a restaurant, I'm hoping that I don't get charged.
Jack Schneider says the surcharge seems a stretch.
But at the same time, we've all sat next to tables where, hey, do something with that kid. So I think it's really more on the parents.
Now, despite the protest, the restaurant does have some favorable reviews and high ratings online. The owner says all are welcome here. He simply wants, in his words, parents to be parents. Reporting live in Fannin County.
Okay, kids been acting a fool at the restaurants for a very long time. Okay, let's make that clear. They've been acting a fool for a long time. Do mine act a fool? No. But a lot of white folks' kids do. They will clown in a restaurant, in the store, in the mall, in wherever you take them to. Nail salon, the kiddie zones, ice cream, candy spot. It don't matter. They gonna act a fool. Not all of them, but most of them. Okay. Now some of ours are acting fool too, when we ain't paying no attention. But should these people charge the parents extra because their kids was being bad during the restaurant? Hey, your rules is your rules. But I tell you one thing, I'm not paying. I will give you your food back. I am not paying at all whatsoever. So we finna get into this second clip. This is the last clip for today. But this is the clip with the parents. I think this is. It was a bunch of them kids, y'all. It was a whole bunch it was too many. It was too many to be trying to take out to a restaurant. Cook at home. But this right here, it was too many. Here we go.
Going viral on social media for having what's called a parent surcharge on their menu.
This is pretty interesting. The charge, according to the restaurant, is for adults who can't parent their children. Atlanta News First reporter Amanda Rose spoke to the restaurant today on Aska Road in Blue Ridge after a bad online review sparked a national conversation.
I've never left a review in my life of a business. When I left there, we were leaving reviews.
Brian Garciolo is still in disbelief after what he calls a nightmare experience at Toccoa Riverside Restaurant in Blue Ridge. The restaurant now gaining national attention for one-star reviews left by Garciolo's friends online, who say the restaurant wanted them to pay extra for bad parenting.
He basically said he has raised his children, he's not going to raise ours.
Garciolo, a restaurant owner who lives in Central Florida, says 5 families, including his own, visited the restaurant on vacation with 11 children, all under the age of 8. After finishing their meal, Garciolo says someone from the restaurant made a surprise visit to their table, saying the group should pay a parent surcharge. The fee is listed on the restaurant's menu, next to $3 signs and the words unable to parent. Garciolo says he thought it was a joke.
The owner tells me he's had this parent surcharge on the menu since the pandemic, but he's never had to enforce it on any of his customers. He wants to emphasize that the charge is not for kids, but for adults who don't know how to parent.
The restaurant says they never charge Garciolo and the others the fee, but they told us the group had to be, quote, really bad for them to bring it up at all. A representative for the restaurant went on to say there's nothing wrong with kids and families coming to the restaurant, but kids running wild through the dining room isn't parenting. Garciolo says all the kids were well behaved.
I don't suggest a family go there.
With the surcharge going viral on social media, some have called the fee discriminatory and vague. Others, like Lee Ellis, tell us he drove over an hour away just to pay the restaurant a visit.
I think it's a good thing, and I came because of it.
In Blue Ridge, Amanda Rose, Atlanta News First.
He said he think it's a good thing, and he traveled to go be nosy and see what was going on. That's what he traveled for. Now, y'all believe what you want to believe, but I'm telling you now, that's what he traveled for. Okay? To be nosy. He knew the news was going to be there. So he was like, let me go ahead and get in where I fit in. All right. Now, I was trying to find the little sticker. I don't know what I did with it. But it's okay. I'm finna pull myself down so y'all can see it. I want y'all to look at that little receipt thing. It's behind me. So, hold on. I can do this. And I can still stay up here. Right there. Okay, so we're going to look at this little receipt thing. Okay, y'all. Let me bring me down. Oh, I got to wait till I put it up there. Okay. Y'all should still be able to hear me. That's the receipt up there at the top. And it says gratuity. Let me make sure y'all can hear me right quick before I continue to go on and talk. Can you hear me? Let me see. Continue to go on. Yep, y'all can hear me. Okay, so it says adult surcharge for adults unable to parent. And they got $3 signs. So that means it could possibly be over $100. And this is what they add to your receipt. You might not even know about it when you walk in there and sit down there and your kids start running crazy. Now, me personally, I'm all for it. Charge them. Do something. I don't want no kids running by me when I'm eating my food. Or running up to me, talking to me while I'm eating my food. Can barely talk. Yeah, I know which ones I'm talking about. Them 1-year-olds. Yeah, them. Don't come up to my table. I don't want to smile at you today. Okay? But some of these parents, they will sit there and they will smile. They'll look at you. And like, she's so funny. No, it's not funny, ma'am. Get your child away from me. They is not coming to me acknowledging me as Miss Peachy from Peachy Tea Time. So get your kids away from me. And it just doesn't make any sense. If you're out at a restaurant, you come to the restaurant to sit down and eat. Teach your kids that too. Now, I don't have a problem with it because I know I would never get one of these. Because my kids know not to get up and run around a doggone restaurant the way these people was talking about. So it doesn't bother me at all. But I'm all for it, baby. I am all for it. I am all for it. Yes, Carmen, it is not funny. She said, I don't want to be bothered with bad kids either. Not while you eating. Some kids be spitting while they be talking. They be all over the place. Then someone want to touch you on your arm. Some of the white kids, because they can't understand that there's black people out here. Let me quit. So they touch you all on your hands and stuff like, oh, get your hands off of me. Dirty hands. Been crawling on the floor and everything. You know? I mean, but some of our kids do the same thing. Some of our kids do the same thing. Carmen, you so funny. Some of our kids do the same thing. But kids will be kids. Kids will be kids. They will be kids. So try to train yours up right. And you ain't have to worry about getting charged extra. Look like it's like I told y'all, look like it could be up to $100. So, all right, y'all, we are out of here. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna do the intro one more time for those that came on and didn't get a chance to see it. And I will see y'all on tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the mother of Deasia Stovall. They're actually from Detroit. And the title is He Did This to Her. And this is a very, very interesting story of tragic, total tragic. But you guys definitely want to be in the building to hear this story. All right. I love y'all. Follow me on all my platforms. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Tune in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Come join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Yeah.
PGT Time.